The year is 2023. PBS Plus has just launched, bringing the world's streaming services to 4,387. How can anyone be expected to go through all this content? Fear not, loyal passengers. Captain Joe Shoes and his first mate Mez are here to travel through space and time to bring you the best nuggets pop culture has to offer. Strap in. It's time for the JoeMeZ podcast. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 356 of the JoeMeZ podcast. I'm Mez. My co-host as always is
the magistrate of Caravan City and the Mephistopheles of mini golf. I'm Joe from the JoeMeZ podcast.
Yeah, you are, buddy. Oh, you've been mini golfing, huh?
I have. I was in the luxurious town, Gomez, of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you know this or if you're aware, but it's a big golfing town.
I did not know that.
It's a huge golfing town, but what it also is a big mini golfing town.
Yeah, I love a mini golf. Mini golf's the best.
So I played at it was called Shipwrecked.
Ooh, a lot of ships in the.
It was just, it was just like a boat themed, and the course was called the Captain's Course.
Whoa, they knew you were coming.
They had two courses, Captain and Skipper. I said, well, I know which one we're playing.
Skipper, get out of here. I love it. The Captain. Did you have your hat? Were you like prepared for this moment?
Of course. If you go on my social media on Threads, you see a picture of me with my mini golf club over the shoulder saying a course fit for a captain.
How you doing on those threads there?
Love right? Threads, bro. We spent, we talked about Elon Musk last week and how he's fucking up Twitter and shit. And the Zuck coming through big time.
The Zuck.
Giving us Threads. And I think Threads is going to be okay. It's not perfect. There's like 90% of everything is people you don't follow or maybe don't care to see. But you know what? It's easy to sign in because you already got your name. If you have Instagram, you just roll everything over, all the people you follow. So I think Threads is great, and we're all having fun on Threads.
I signed up, but I haven't been on there much. Not gonna lie.
You haven't been threading?
I haven't been threading. I was able to get an invite to Spill. This is another thing that people are doing, and I was able to get on there. I signed up for these things, but I don't do nothing. Nobody's talking. It's supposed to be kind of visual. I don't know if there's people. I just want to read some tweets. What do they call? They call threads. Do they have a name?
You
just
thread.
Threads. Reading thread.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like you.
Because on Twitter there's threads. Oh, this is my Twitter thread. It gets confusing. It should be called something else.
That's a series of tweets, and now you have threads, which is nice.
Oh, it's nice.
Quite frankly, I needed another outlet where I could post my musings.
Can't have enough.
No.
You might miss one or two people.
So what if I just copy and paste it across platforms?
But come on, that's what most people got to be doing that, right? What do you? This is exclusive for Twitter.
Exclusive content for the threads.
Oh, you got to sign up now, folks. You're going to get exclusive content, thread-only content. Woo!
I've left Twitter in the rearview mirror. Goodbye, Egon.
I'm still there. Fucking the Titanic sinking. I'm on fire. Everything's on fire. And I'm still...
We got no jobs. We got no money. Our pets' heads are falling off.
Oh, it's still there, bro. You got right, Captain. You're supposed to go down with the sinking ship, bro.
It ain't my ship.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you guys for listening to the JoeMeZ podcast. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Leave a 5-star review wherever it is that you're consuming this. And now, if you're on Threads, Well, we don't have a Car JoeMeZ threads yet because, quite frankly, I can't figure out how to have multiple accounts. I think other people do. I just don't know how. I tried hitting the little button, and every time it just says, do you want to update your profile? And it's like, yes, but no, that's not exactly what I'm looking for right now. So in the meantime, follow us on all the traditional social media at Car JoeMeZ. And if you leave a 5-star review, screenshot it to us. Or me, just screenshot it to me. I don't care. Find me on Threads, the Joe Shoes on the Thread. Send it to me. I'll send you an 8x10 signed by JoeMeZ, signed by me. Everybody goes home happy because what do we know about Threads, JoeMeZ? We're all having fun.
Yeah.
But hit the breaking news music.
Whoa. Breaking news. What's going on, bro?
JoeMeZ, I have got some top shelf news items this week, and I'm going to start with the least exciting one first because that's how you sucker in the listeners. You give them something not that exciting.
Okay.
Exclusive at Walmart, if you can find them in your frozen food section. Sonic Drive-In branded Tater Tots.
Whoa. Oh,
frozen bag of Tater Tots exclusive to Walmart.
Oh, shit,
now,
bro.
This gets me hyped because Sonic has dropped the ball on a lot of occasions. I'm going to be the first to admit it.
Whoa, what the fuck?
I've gone to Sonic quite a bit of times. If you go on youtube.com/JoeShoes, watch some Sonic reviews. Not all of them are very complimentary.
Oh, no.
But I do love a good Sonic Tater Tot.
Oh, they're so good.
And so now I got to try their frozen tots.
Yeah.
But I don't know how difficult it's going to be to find them because like that one time I found like the White Castle pizza rolls. Haven't found them again.
Oh, bro, they don't exist. Like, I don't know if they discontinued, if it was a trial run. That one time I saw it, I never saw it again. Insane, bro. Bullshit.
So you gonna try out some frozen tots?
100%. I haven't gone to Sonic in a while. I've been eyeing. I'm like, I could go for Sonic, but I'm never in the area. And then I haven't been to Walmart in a hot minute. So I've been planning in my head, I gotta go to Walmart. So
I gotta go to both Sonic and Walmart. And now here's the best of both worlds.
This is it, bro. Just take it on home. I hope they have it. The Walmart by me is very hit or miss with the food, especially frozen stuff. The ice creams, they never have ice creams. Don't matter if I go to the superstore or not. It's very upsetting, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
I need my sweets. I need my limited edition.
Speaking of limited edition, JoeMeZ.
Whoa.
Exclusive to Little Caesars.
What?
Pepsi is going to do an exclusive pineapple flavored cola that will be exclusive to Little Caesar, and that's going to be starting next week, July 17th.
I gotta pencil this in, bro, for real. A pineapple Pepsi. Woo! I think there's one Little Caesars by me, and it's like 20 minutes away. But
I legitimately have a Little Caesars walking distance from my place. But you know what I'm not trying? Pineapple Pepsi, because that just sounds terrible, because pineapple sucks.
Pineapple's the fucking best, bro.
Oh, absolutely horrible.
Love a pineapple. That mango Pepsi. I was a fan of that mango Pepsi. And who don't love a cherry Pepsi?
Cherry's not real fruit. Cherry's just flavor.
I love some fruit and some soda,
Wild
bro.
Cherry Pepsi, my absolute favorite soda of all time. And I'm a guy who knows about soda.
It's a great soda.
That's not real fruit. That's just flavor.
Fruit. It's true. I tell you, I love fake fruit. Oh, it's even better than real fruit, bro. If I'd never had I love fruit. But give me a fake strawberry any day. Oh, baby. Fake strawberry cream. The best.
Like, I love, like, watermelon flavored candy and stuff. But you know what I don't love?
Watermelon.
Actual
sucks.
Watermelon.
I agree with you. The watermelon sucks. If I wanted some water, I'll drink a glass of water, bro. Get that shit out of here. Melon,
I would drink
cantaloupe.
good water, too, like Fiji. Like a nice water.
Yeah, that's the water you like, Fiji.
Spoiling myself.
That's expensive. We don't pay $8 for glacier water.
Ooh.
That's crazy stuff.
I used to think like Avion was like the pinnacle of high class living because I would never see people really drinking bottled water when I was a kid. It hadn't blown up quite yet.
No.
And the few people that did would have this Avion, and I'd be like, my God, they're just living on a whole different level. 6-year-old me knew enough to know that Avion was probably very impressive.
Bro, no one drank water, period, when we were younger. Nobody drank no fucking
water. Because it's stupid.
Nobody drank water. A kid came home, where's that juice? Just drinking juice all day long, bro. Now it's like, oh, they can't have juice. Get the fuck out of here.
We used to have the fruit punch, like the mix. You had like you just pour the sugar in and then fill it with water. That way it's not real water because no one wants water because it's terrible.
Never, bro. We never drank water like
lemonade or iced tea or fruit punch.
Always iced
tea. Any flavor. If there was a new flavor of Kool-Aid out, guess what I was getting in my motherfucking refrigerator? 100%. A new flavor of Kool-Aid.
Always had some Capri Suns.
Charcoalberry Fin, all about it.
The best. Love
Once
it,
again, not real fruit.
But also when we were younger, they did have Poland Spring commercials and shit like that. Avion commercial.
Spring, what it means to be from Maine.
Oh, that's fun. I haven't thought of that forever. But I don't see no bottled water commercial like that now. It's always like put this in your water. You don't want to drink water. Put some of this squeezy stuff in there.
Like Zeo or like whatever.
There's a whole bunch of them.
You put like 2 drops of like some Fugazi shit in your water because no one actually likes the taste of water.
Never like that. They got those cups where the water is right there. So if you sip it, the water, that's cool. I like that.
Hey, how about Smart Cups? Smart Cups is a company where the flavor is 3D printed on the cup. So you add water, but it turns into a drink immediately.
That's some crazy stuff, bro. Wow. The future is upon us.
Yeah. So, and it can be like anything. Like there's alcoholic ones where the drink is 3D printed in the cup. And it's, it saves on environment because you just, they can ship 1 billion cups at one time because it's so small. It's a little plastic cup.
Wow. That's interesting. I like that.
That's it's actually my double main man Kinnick's brother's company. He invented it. He's like a genius, and his brother is Kinnick.
That's pretty awesome, bro. We gotta do something.
Right now, he's on the reality show with who's the angry chef man?
Gordon Ramsay.
He's on Gordon Ramsay's show where they're like playing to get an investment in their company.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I gotta check that out because that's a really cool idea of 3D printed cup.
Yeah. Last bit of news, JoeMeZ. I think this is fucking game changer right here.
Whoa,
we always bitch and moan that McDonald's doesn't give us anything new. And yeah, they gave us the Grimace shake. But even when they do really give us something new, it's like the same old sandwich we've been putting together ourselves for fucking 10 years.
100%.
Except this time. They said, you know what sucks? Fruit.
Here we go.
So now we're going to give you a real pie, a cookies and cream Oreo pie.
Whoa.
McDonald's coming through, big time cookies and cream pie, only available in select U.S. markets right now. But this has got to catch on like wildfire. It's wildfire season.
I don't even understand why are we slowly rolling this out as if the world
we gotta test cookies and cream.
The world doesn't want a fucking cookies and cream pie. What are we doing, McDonald's? Fucking send them out, bro. Send them. Let's go. Get the drones ready.
It's like New Jersey, Oklahoma, and Ohio.
Oklahoma. They'll be the judge of that.
Maybe they're the biggest cookies and cream markets, I suppose.
Maybe there's a big Oreo faction down there. I don't know. I'm excited. Jersey, you say, huh?
Yeah.
I got some Jersey trips coming up here.
Yeah, but then that means you got to see family then too.
Yeah, well, no, one time it's going to be to see Fallout Boy, which is family. So you're right there. Yeah, baby. All right, so I'm gonna have to make a pit stop to these McDonald's. I'm sure they're gonna look at me like, "What the fuck you talking about? What Oreo? Come on, the thing. I saw it."
Speaking of Fallout Boy, JoeMeZ, last week they dropped their, I guess, cover or their reinterpretation of "We Didn't Start the Fire," the classic Billy Joel song. And I've made my feelings on Billy Joel very clear.
You love him.
That is definitely not the case.
Oh, my bad.
And I gotta say, as someone who loves Fallout Boy, this fucking song sucks.
Well, I mean, it's a silly premise of a song to do,
It
right?
is.
Right off the bat. It's like a silly thing to do. And I don't know. It's fine. I don't think I'm gonna put it on the Fallout Boy playlist. You know, I don't think it's like that. But if it came on, I would listen to it. But yeah, you know, I wasn't really looking for a new version of this song here.
But if you're gonna do it, at least kind of try. Don't just pick a bunch of random words from the fucking 90s and 2000s and just say, this kind of rhymes, we'll go with it. Like, fucking do it. And they didn't do it.
It is so all over the place. How they go from a terrorist act to LeBron James to
Pokemon.
It's so, and I understand it's trying to fit everything in, but I mean, I think we could have did it a little better.
Like, did we really need to name drop the members of Blink-182 individually?
Maybe we did, bro. Hey.
And I love Blink-182.
They're all very popular for different things, right? So, I mean, everyone gets a little shout.
Just fucking atrocious.
Yeah, you know, like I say, it's fine.
But at the same time, I can see people much younger than me, like, spending the summer driving in the car down the boulevard for the first time in their lives with their friends, like totally rocking out, like Pokemon, Tom DeLonge, everything fucking rhymes.
I've seen a lot of mixed stuff online. You know, there are people who absolutely love it, and you know, God bless. You're allowed to love it, but yeah,
no, you're not. Like, you're wrong.
You know, if for some people a band can do no wrong, right? For the most part, Fall Out Boy can do no wrong. You know, one or two songs, Uma Thurman to be one of them. You know,
I'm not a fan of that one.
It's corny. It's just corny.
Yeah,
the Munsters. What are we doing using the Munsters theme in fucking 2016? Like, what are we doing, bro?
But then corny becomes the biggest hit.
It is their biggest
fucking time.
It's the truth. It is their biggest. But listen, they've been sellouts. You know, every year they got songs, right? The Hall of Fame, centuries, right? For baseball, the World Series. We're gonna go down in history. You know, come on, it works. Listen, you got to pay those bills somehow. I don't, you know, they don't get heavy rotation on my playlist, but they're good. It's a good song.
No, I agree with you. And if I was in the same situation, I had the same opportunities presented to me, I would sell out too, as quick as possible.
I mean, I'm sure when they made the band, they figured, we're gonna be rich and famous one day. We're gonna be the biggest band in the world.
Yeah, let's try to make money doing this.
I don't see what's wrong with it.
I can't wait until this podcast becomes big enough so I could put 1,100 ads in it. Really,
every 2 minutes. Hey, did you watch that thing? Yeah, it was good. Ad time. Oh man.
Joe, watching that thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I did a lot of consuming this week. A lot of different media. Lots of stuff, Joe. Oh my goodness.
Get us on the board, JoeMeZ. What are you watching?
I'm gonna start with some books. We're gonna start with books right here. I read a comic book. I pick up comic books, so don't be fresh. A comic book I hold in my hand. Okay. I picked up a comic book. I've been meaning to check this out for a while. Came out last year. It's Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin. It's this story that takes place in the distant future. Everyone's dead. The Ninja Turtles are dead except for one of them, who wears a colorless mask. You don't know which Ninja Turtle it is. That's the mystery of this story. Which
I know
Ninja
which one
Turtle?
it is.
You could guess who you think it is.
It's Raphael. Duh.
Maybe he talks like him sometime because he's been through some shit, but I don't know. He carries all the weapons, so sometimes he's using the bow, sometimes he's using
Oh
Raphael
yeah.
stuff.
Oh. Ooh.
So you don't know what's coming. I'm halfway through. It's good so far. It's interesting. It's a little different. It's a little heavy. Ninja Turtles usually a silly, fun thing, so it's a little different take. But I'm into it. I like it, bro.
I was just thinking because I said Raphael, and it reminded me of the theme song for the first Ninja Turtles movie, the live action one. And it's like, the TURTLE power,
Best. Love that
TURTLE.
song.
But there's that one like verse in the song where it's like, Raphael, he's the leader of the group, transformed from the norm by the moody. And it's like, whoa, you ain't the fucking leader, Raphael.
I know. But he was the main character in the movie, right?
Well, look, we all know and bow the knee at fucking Leonardo here. Don't
bow the knee. Oh my goodness.
We know who's in charge here. It ain't fucking Raphael.
It's definitely not Raphael. 100%. No way. Too hot-headed, bro. You can't be the leader like that. Got to be easy. Chill.
Like Sunday morning.
And then the other book I read. See, every year, do you like, I know we talk about like on Christmas time, we watch like the same kind of stuff to get us in the Christmas mood. Do you do that for other holidays and other times throughout the year?
No, because I don't celebrate them.
It doesn't have to be a holiday. It could have been just a time.
I mean, even Halloween and stuff, like there's a bunch of themed episodes and movies, obviously, but no, I really don't do that for any other holiday.
So every 4th of July, I usually watch.
Actually,
Jaws.
4th of July, yes. 4th of July, there is this one scene from Brazzers that has.
Who is it? Come on, you got to finish.
It's like Lisa Ann, Phoenix Marie, and they all have like USA bikinis until they don't. And that makes me feel blessed to live in America.
God bless America. Every 4th of July for years, I always watch Jaws. It's usually on TV. It would be a staple of WPIX,
Mm-hmm.
This year, I decided, you know what? I'm going to read the book instead. I've never read the book.
There's a Jaws book?
Yeah, apparently some guy wrote a book. Crazy, right?
I never knew there was a book.
Yeah, so it's based on a book. And I've always heard about the differences in the stories. And so, our good friend, Drunk Irish Jay, was reading it himself. He asked me a question about it. I said, I never read that, but now I'm going to read it. He gave me some homework for once. We always giving the passengers homework. So I read it, and I got to say, book it's all right. The book it's got some good stuff in it, obviously. Translates to the screen, but it's got a lot of unnecessary stuff. There's this mob tie-in, like the man wants to keep the beaches open because he owes some people some money, some favors. That's not as fun as...
And he earns that by keeping the public beach open?
Well, because they got to make money. If they close the beach, the town can't make money. So he's got to keep things open so the businesses are making money. If they close the beach, no one's going to come. You know how it is in the beach town. They live for this shit. They got, one time a year to make their money. That's it. So if a shark's coming fucking shit up. Woo. So, but that's not as fun as the man just being a fucking idiot. Because now, like, yeah, all right, I'm going to leave the beaches open. You're going to kill my family? Of course. Come, shark. Eat all the people. I don't care. Right? Not just him being a scumbag. Like, no, bro. So that was not as good. And in this one, the wife has an affair with Tupa. With,
oh,
yeah. She knew him growing up, used to date his brother when he was younger. And she just kind of goes for it. She's like, I want to sleep with this guy. She just makes it happen.
It's like affair.
It's like a whole fucking chapter. It's like 2 chapters of just like going through with it. And I'm like, well, this is not the Mrs. Brody that I know and love. So I gotta say, this is He also dies in here. The shark eats him. Shark comes up, is like, they're like, oh, I think he's alive. The shark comes up, like, nah, he's not. Shows the body, eats it. It's kind of funny. But, other than that, some changes. They did a great job. Whoever wrote this to the screen, whoo, hats off to you, bro. You took an okay book and you made it a masterpiece. God bless you.
Still your favorite movie?
The best, yes. It's a perfect movie, baby. So good.
You think it's better than Ninja Turtles 3, where they become samurai?
Turtles in Time, where they go. I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of that one. Not gonna lie.
See, I saw it in theaters, and I have good memories about it because I got to go to McDonald's afterwards, and they were giving away Upper Deck basketball cards and the Happy Meals, so I got a Ronnie Cycli card.
What a great day you had.
So it was a really good day.
What a great day. I remember going for the second one. So the second one's just like always been my shit. Fucking Vanilla Ice, Ninja Rap. Come on, bro. Super Shredder. Oh, it was so good.
I didn't see that one in theaters, but I wore the fucking VHS out big time.
The best, bro. And then the third one, I guess I don't even know. I guess I saw it I don't remember going to the movie theater, so I must have seen it eventually. I don't know. Something must have happened.
Gomez, I watched this week's episode of Secret Invasion.
Oh, I didn't get to it because I watched a lot of other shit, and I was like, I think I'm gonna stock up on these. Maybe
I was getting ready to go to bed. I said, hey, you know what? Let me put this on just for the sake of it. Still hate it.
I can't imagine putting it on before bed's not a good idea either. It's a very slow show unless you were trying to go to sleep.
No, I mean. It was one of those things where I'm like, if I fall asleep, I won't really mind. And I wish I would have been able to fall asleep.
Oh, you poor guy. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, this came out. I was like, yeah, I'd rather watch other stuff. There's no rush. And I don't think.
But now there's only 3 episodes left, and it's like, we really think we're going to be able to wrap this up in fucking 3 more episodes?
Did anything happen like at the end of the episode?
Yes, there was like kind of something big.
Okay, so all right, so they at least they're going.
It's moving. It's just not something I'm interested in.
I get it. Trust me, I get it. I watched the superhero thing this week, Joe. Did you know that there's a new?
I mean, I did too because that was
homework
for this week.
No, not even that. I have a different superhero, a superhero TV show. There you go. Oh. There's a new Superman cartoon show. Did you know about this?
Nope.
It's on Adult Swim, I believe, but then it goes on to Max the next day. It's called My Adventures with Superman. I think it's called. Okay. The animation is very interesting. It's kind of like an anime looking style. Mm-hmm. Like they kind of have those big eyes and the hair and stuff like that. The faces are kind of looking like that. Superman is played by, what's this guy's name? He's in The Boys. George. He's the normal guy in The Boys. His girlfriend dies. He's a Quaid. What's this guy's name?
Yeah,
that guy.
Huey.
Yeah.
Yes. Huey? Is that his name?
I believe so. Yes, in The Boys. Okay. Yeah. Jack Quaid. That's his name. There you go. Okay. I believe. He plays the voice of Superman and Clark Kent. Interesting. Not bad. The show itself, it's interesting. It's not bad either. It's only 2 episodes out. I guess it comes out every week. They drop 2 for the first week, setting things up. It's kind of Superman starting off at the Daily Planet. He's like an intern at the Daily Planet. He's not really Superman. He's kind of still hiding his powers, stuff like that, until he has to use them, of course, because this is something needs to happen. It's interesting. If you like Superman, I don't know. It's a different take.
Nope.
I see some people not into it.
Like that's what when you say Adult Swim, I'm interested in like the tone of the show. Like why would it be on Adult Swim?
I know it's on Adult Swim because I saw a commercial. I was like, oh, that's on Adult. Like it stuck with me. Like, oh, this is like a Cartoon Network, Adult Swim kind of thing. Interesting. There's nothing in that tone at all. It's a very wholesome Superman, sweet. The first episode, he saves a cat from the tree. It's the first thing he does. He's like, I'm not going to use my powers. He has to save the cat, the missing cat. So Superman does, bro. Why you hating on Superman, bro? Because he saved the cat?
Sucks. He fucking sucks.
Oh, my goodness. I saw the internet was outraged because he has a transformation scene that looks like Sailor Moon, bro. Like in the sky, turning, and the suit coming on and shit. Like it's wild. It's crazy. So the fanboys were, what is this? You know, can't have that. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll stick with it. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll come back, maybe see if something's going on. But it's okay. You know, I'm into Superman. I wanna see what they're doing in Superman world. You know.
Oh well, now you know.
Now I know. Oh my! You got anything else? Because I got more, lots more.
Yeah, keep going. Go ahead.
All right, so let's see. I went on Netflix. I watched 2 things on Netflix. Here we go.
Ooh.
I watched a comedy special. Right, I've been watching comedy specials. This one dropped last week. It's from Tom Segura. I believe that's how you say his name. It's called Sledgehammer. This another guy who I've seen. You know, I know him. I know he's popular. I've seen him around.
I know he's
never
popular.
really.
He pops up in a lot of stuff like Instagram and stuff. It's always like, oh, here's Tom Segura, and I'm just like, but who is this guy?
Exactly.
I know who's that guy right now. There's this guy. I don't know if you've heard of him.
I know you're talking about. Yeah,
Matt Rife.
Yeah.
Everywhere, every time I open any fucking app that has any kind of, whether it's TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or Threads, everybody loves Threads. We're all having so much fun on Threads. But you know who's having the best fucking time? Matt Rife.
It's true. Every time you open up one of those things, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, he's got, but it's always crowd work, right? I don't know if this guy's got any jokes.
Well, that's the thing. I've only seen crowd work.
It's just crowd work.
It's great.
Like, yeah, he's fun. He goes back and forth with the crowd, but I mean, I hope that's not the whole show. Like, you're gonna tell me some jokes. He has a stand-up on YouTube.
Yeah, it's called OnlyFans. Is the name
so
of
I was thinking of watching that, but I'm like, it's a couple years old. I don't know if that's a good representation of what he's doing now. Like, 2 years is different for a comedian. Who knows? But the Tom Segura one, it was good. I liked it. It was one of the better ones I've seen this year. I say him and Bert Kreischer, and I believe they're good buddies. I think they have a podcast together. Or used to have a podcast
like us
together. Yeah, they're good friends.
We're also famous comedians.
They're up there for the best ones I've seen. I was a fan. So next time he has a comedy special, or maybe he's coming to town, I might check him out. It was a good time. I really enjoyed it.
Just coming to town.
And then another thing I watched on Netflix, Joe, there was a WHAM documentary that dropped, bro.
I watched this.
Oh, good, baby. Yeah.
It's just called WHAM, right?
WHAM.
It's about an hour and a half long.
Yep.
I watched it. I put it on once I got back into town. I needed to, it came up on my suggested. I was like, yeah, I'll put it on. JoeMeZ, let me tell you where this was one of the most boring fucking documentaries I've seen in quite some time.
What? It's the story of WHAM. I don't even understand. What was
it's told with like no enthusiasm whatsoever. It's just like the voiceovers go between Andrew and then some guy who's playing the role of George Michael, and it's like, and then we took this new song into the studio. And once we were in the studio,
I thought it's real George Michael clips from the past that they
was
used
it? George Michael's, but isn't he dead? He can't be doing that now.
But they just use like clips of him telling the stories and stuff.
I just assumed because he's dead, he can't tell his story. It's like when you go on Pirates of the Caribbean and they say, "Dead man tell no tales."
I'm pretty sure it said on the bottom voice of George Michael. Like they let it know that it was him. I just assumed that they were taking clips because I'm sure he's told the stories before. And they just spliced it up with the pictures and the scrapbook and stuff like that.
Don't get me wrong. Did I learn a lot more about WHAM?
Yeah, that's why I thought it was good. It was interesting.
I think we kind of come away thinking of WHAM as a one-hit wonder.
We know nothing about them like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're really not. Like there's quite a few songs where you're like, oh yeah, I know that song. Oh yeah, I know that song. Last Christmas obviously is a huge hit, and Careless Whisper and Wake Me Up Before You Go because I'm not planning on going solo. Like, yeah, great. But there's other songs in there too. And it was just there felt like no energy, no pizzazz. You know, it's a show business.
Sure, I get that, but that's I think we've just gotten used to stuff like Netflix and stuff where those talking heads and it's very snarky at times. This was just a straight up, something you would see on 2020 or something, like just like a news piece.
It does come off like that. Yeah, like
yes, it is. It's
like
just
that,
yeah, and I get it. I can understand where that's kind of boring, but to me it was interesting because, like I said, I know nothing about them. I know George Michael's great. I love those songs that you mentioned, but it was interesting to see how they, came about and stuff like that. So I thought it was a good time. I'm not saying, whoa, this is, but if you're interested in Wham, I think this is like, whoa, shit, okay, all right, they did this, that.
I find the timing kind of weird. Like, what's going on with Wham now that someone was like,
why is there a Wham documentary? Yeah,
like right now,
summer. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good point. Interesting. We gotta look into that.
Why? I know who we can't ask.
So fresh. I watched one more thing, but I'm gonna save it for next week. But I'm gonna let you know that we started watching The Idol. Okay.
So I watched the finale.
Did you finish? Okay.
Yes.
We're 3 episodes in. We got 2 more left. Mm-hmm. So by next week, I'll be done, and we can have a full-blown topic. I already know how it ends because you just some spoiling ass motherfuckers on the internet.
Not
just
me.
Couldn't help. No, not you. Wasn't you. But I mean, like, the second it dropped, bro, like I'm talking like I felt like Sunday night, Monday morning, I was already seeing people talk about what happened and the plot twist and the thing. And I'm like, okay. I didn't care at first because I wasn't planning on watching the show. And, but now it only hurts that I'm like watching the show with this in mind, trying to spot different things.
Well, let me tell you this then, since you already know, and for those of you who've already watched it, and for those of you who were like on the fence, episode 5 feels like a completely different show.
Jeez, okay.
It is one of the worst episodes of television. Like, by the end of, like, as it's going on, I'm just like, what, why is this happening? Like this, what is going on? What? And then the way it ends, which is legitimately out of nowhere.
Okay.
Like there is not like some breadcrumbs that were following the trail here. No, it just happens. And you're just going, what the fuck? And then you look at poor Hank Azaria standing there because he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, man, what the fuck is right?
Okay, so I'm excited. We'll talk about that next week. Anyone else who is interested, it's on Max, HBO show. So maybe it's on HBO on demand. I don't know what you got, but whatever. It's on the Max platform. Idle 5 episodes. Like I said, it's about 45 minutes, an hour. It's interesting. I'll just leave it there. Very interesting stuff.
It's something, man. But like what makes it a spectacle that like you almost can't turn away from for those first 4 episodes gets completely the final episode where you're like, well, they're gonna have to up it now. They're gonna have to up the ante, take it even further, go even higher, and it's complete shift from whatever the show was trying to be before. Now, I did hear originally it was supposed to have, I don't know if it was 1 more episode or multiple more episodes, but I guess people just got sick of working with The Weeknd and they decided to wrap it up quick. Which is what you should get when you fucking slander Selena Gomez like this.
Oh, baby. Too funny. Yeah, so we'll do that next week when we could really get into it. But other than that, I mean, the only thing I watched was the homework assignment here, Joe.
Well, I watched one more thing. It was just The Dark Side of the Ring this week on the Junkyard Dog.
Oh, what was this one? Oh, Junkyard Dog was it good?
Man, you forget how... Now, you and I are at the age where we might have caught the tail end of JYD. Yeah. By the time we're watching wrestling, he was kind of a middle of the order baby face in WWF. He wasn't a top guy. But like, I'm enough of a historian, a fan of the history of wrestling, where I understand that he had a great cultural impact on the Black community during his time in Mid-South and what he meant to the African American community of wrestlers going forward. But in this episode, you get the whole picture. They give it to you. And man, he comes off like a real piece of shit.
Really?
Because he's in Mid-South. He's the top guy. Watts is giving him everything. And don't get me wrong, he's making money for Watts too.
Sure.
But then, like, the second he gets the opportunity, he fucking turns and bolts to fucking WWE without, like, even a phone call. It was just like the dog gone.
Jesus.
And then, because I don't know if it was because of the fame or the celebrity, or whether because this is the one thing they don't kind of explain, like, what was the cause of him getting into drugs? It's like, yeah, he smoked pot because everybody smoked pot. But then he becomes like this self-absorbed, really? Just not giving a fuck, smoking crack wherever the fuck he chooses to, like pulling out his crack pipe in the middle of public and just smoking crack because who the fuck is going to tell the Junkyard Dog no? It's just, it really is a dark side of the ring story.
Interesting.
I think this one with the Doink the Clown, they really hit that feel that I think Dark Side is going for, whether positive or negative. But it really fits what you think this show is going to be.
Sure. It is what I think. I think of something like taking a turn, like, oh, it was this, and then it wasn't. Yeah, okay. Oh, interesting. I think there's like 2 episodes left, right? So the season's winding down there.
Yeah, it's Adrian Adonis and Marty Jannetty are the ones left, I believe.
That Marty Jannetty. I don't even know. There's so many ways they could take that, right? Like, it's gonna be interesting to see where they go with that Marty story.
I'll say this because I don't think it's gonna happen. I've been pushing for a while now for the majors to bring in Marty to a live show. Just because I've hung around Marty and I enjoy him. But like, you can't rely on Marty.
Sure.
You know, like, he's an absolute wild card. But now they have already shown the artwork for a Marty Jannetty big rubber guy figure that they're doing. It's coming out in the old Rockers gear. So I'm like, you guys gotta bring in Marty now.
We have to. I agree. Once you open that door, now it's like, come on, guys, gotta go all the way.
And let me ask you, this news just dropped today as we record this episode. The San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from Mattel for WWE.
I didn't see.
It's Muhammad Ali. It's a 2-pack.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a figure of him as a boxer. So it's supposed to be like him versus in the Inoki match, boxer versus wrestler.
Oh.
And then as a referee from WrestleMania 1. So you can have it to go with your WrestleMania 1 Mr. T and your WrestleMania 1 Hogan's. So that's the whole point behind it. But it's Muhammad Ali, who obviously transcends sports.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool figure. That is, and that's an exclusive for Comic-Con. Jesus.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Ultimate Edition, Mattel, WWE license. That's a big one.
How many of those do they usually make? Like 500 of those, something like that?
It's more than 500, but I genuinely don't know. I've had pretty good luck getting the past couple online. Last year's was the Sergeant Slaughter Ultimate on the like retro LJN style card back. The year before that was Mr. T and like the WrestleMania 1 VHS
love that
packaging. And the year before that was the Slim Jim Macho Man, which was dynamite.
That's just the tip of the top, bro. That's the best.
So that is an all-time. That is everything a Comic-Con exclusive should be.
Yes.
Where
Something.
It's enough of a niche where it's not really something you put out at retail, but man, like for the people who
can
care,
get it, yeah,
100%.
I gotta say, I haven't. I keep forgetting that Comic-Con is coming up, and I don't even know if there's anything
coming up next week. Right now, there really isn't anything announced anyway that I'm excited about, but I haven't heard anything from what Mattel's doing. If they're doing anything on the He-Man side of things, I assume they are.
Yeah,
but I just haven't seen it yet. The announcement for the Muhammad Ali, it's been rumored for quite a few months now, but today was the official announcement.
Yeah, I gotta check, make sure there's no horror stuff I'm missing out here.
I know some Funkos I saw. The big one I think was a 2-pack for the Transformers the movie with Rodimus Prime and Galvatron.
The Funkos, the horror Funkos have slowed down because they keep doing like a lot of the same characters just over and over.
Yeah.
We're giving them a different. This one glows in the dark. This one's this. This one's. I don't need 17 Jasons or Chuckies. So I just recently pre-ordered a Killer Clowns from Outer Space, guys. But after that, I haven't. That's been like months. I haven't even looked at a Funko. They went, "Oh, I need that for the collection." It's upsetting, bro.
I just saw today they had the biggest Funko sale in history. It's a very limited 2-pack golden ticket. Charlie and I think it was Willy Wonka 2-pack. If it's not, it might be Grandpa Joe. I don't know. I never even seen this thing up until today, but it's sold at auction for $215,000.
Jesus Christ,
big money.
What do you think? Someone just got all like Willy Wonka stuff, like it's that kind of thing. Like he's a big Willy Wonka. I need to add this to my Wonka collection.
I just think there's people look at tangible collectibles as investment pieces and genuine rarity as opposed to, manufactured rarity is still an asset.
But so this guy, you think someone spent $215 to maybe make a profit one day?
Yes.
That's a lot of money.
The same way now the Mickey Mantle card gets traded every couple of years, or the Hannes Wagner card gets sold for a bigger profit every couple of years.
That's crazy. God damn. That's some investment. I hope it works out for you, bro.
Think about it, like if you spend $100,000, which I think the Hannes Wagner card went for 35 years ago. And back then we would go, oh my God, $100,000 for a baseball card. Now that card comes up for sale now and it's been sold for $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. So, obviously there's people who look at these things as genuine investments. And a big part of that's the guy, Gary V. Gary V is big into that, always preaching on tangible collectibles with rarity and scarcity. Guy's got a giant safe in his house of just graded high-end collectible cards.
Gary V, that fucking guy. Goodness. All right, Joe. Anything else? So we're gonna have some fun.
We gotta have some real fun right now. So this is the movie we told you to watch. The wheel picked it out. This is the unreleased Fantastic Four movie produced by Roger Corman, who was a big B-movie guy back in the day, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
So this apparently was supposed to come out in 1994. It never did. And within the first couple of minutes, you understand why.
Get out of here. Let me tell you something. This movie is no worse than any other piece of shit movie you saw in the 90s. What makes this so bad that we cannot release this movie? Come on.
I know. You're right. I'm being a little bit facetious, but it sucks.
I'm not saying it's great, but I just think it's on the level of so much shit we watched in the 90s. Like it's a perfect 90s movies. Like this was made in the 90s, 100%.
I think it looks so much older than that because of how cheap it is. That it to me it almost looks like a 70s like era Flash Gordon type. So but before we get too far into it, IMDb.
Yeah. What do they say for this one?
When dosed with cosmic rays, 4 intrepid explorers are given incredible powers. Yes, thank you.
Oh, I thought there was more coming.
There's not.
I mean,
so it's the story of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
But in this one, if they get their powers because a jewel thief, robs the Baxter building of their giant diamond and replaces it with a phony one that doesn't protect them from the effects of the cosmic rays.
So for what a coincidence that happened right when they were about to do their mission. It's so funny. Oh, that's a fun scene, right? That real silly. The going in there to steal that diamond.
There's so much weird shit about this movie, like genuinely. So early in the movie, you have Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom are like college classmates, and they're working on science together. And then I guess they hang out at an orphanage. Or Victor doesn't, but Reed and Ben Grimm do hang out at this orphanage, and they play video games with Mrs. Storm's kids, her twins.
Yes.
And Susan is a little girl here with a crush on older boy Reed, which is, perfectly normal thing, right? Like, oh, he's the older college guy. Yeah, cool. Fine. But then, like, in one scene later, everybody still looks the same, and then all of a sudden, Susan is aged like 15 years, and we're supposed to believe like, and Reed's like mad old with his gray wingtips,
gray
like,
wings.
yeah, and it's like, oh well, now he sees Susan in a different light. It's like, whoa,
she's a lady.
This movie, from tone, like you were saying, is a product of the 90s. It's what you think a bad 90s superhero movie is. This hits every single one of the tropes that you would expect.
Yes, this is the movie that they try to make now. Like, we're gonna make this bad 90s action kind of movie, and like you would think like it was like this, because they hit everything you would think of. They hit it. I love it. I love shit like that, because it's like wow,
the story sucks. The effects are terrible. This was done on a $1 million budget. And the only reason it was even made in the first place was because in the mid-'80s, a German film producer company called Constantine Films bought 10-year option rights on the Fantastic Four and needed to put something into production before they lost to be able to hold on to the rights. Stan Lee admitted in an interview that there was never any plan to release this movie, but they never told any of the people involved in the movie this.
That's crazy.
So Roger Corman, the producer, Ole Sassoon, I guess is his name, was the director. The cast, they were under the impression that they were just doing a movie, and it was going to have like a small limited release. Under no circumstance did they ever think it was just going to get shelved and buried and vaulted. So they're just doing this movie. But apparently it was so low budget that Marvel didn't want to take the chance of having this damage the brand of Fantastic Four long term, because they still viewed Fantastic Four
A-list, baby,
as the A-list. You know, they always say Fantastic Four, the greatest superheroes, you know, in the world, whatever. And they didn't want this out there to damage the brand. So once it was finished filming, Marvel went and bought up all of the film prints and the negatives to avoid having it be released. But someone did make a copy of it, and that's what ended up getting out, and why we still have the ability to view this today. Because if you listen to there's rumors, hearsay, yes or no, no one really knows for sure. But apparently Marvel destroyed all the prints of this movie.
That's so crazy, bro. That's so... Oh, I love it, though. Like, hey, we were never going to release this. That's so fucked up. Imagine.
Now, is this movie any worse than what you think it's going to be going in? No, not necessarily. Is this movie still really bad? Yes, it is still really bad.
It's not good.
The acting is not good. The script is not good. Like, there's just a lot of... It's a bad movie. The music, the audio cues and stuff, absolutely atrocious. Like, to the point where, like, that's not even something that I personally...
You're not supposed to notice, Joe.
Exactly. You know, it's like having a good umpire. If the umpire's doing a good job of balls and strikes, you're not really sitting there going, hey, great job by that umpire.
Yes.
But in this one, like, the background music in so many of the scenes, you're just like, oh my God, like, what the fuck is this? It seems it's so out of place, so out of tone. I just can't understand that a professional person is the one who put this together.
Did you like how the Thing looked? Because that's, you know, they use practical effects. You know, I thought it looked pretty good for
I actually
94.
don't think it looked bad based on what the rest of the movie looked like, but they said the majority of the budget did go into making the Thing's costume.
That's why it looks good. Okay. Because that's one of the things, right? We're going to get a Fantastic Four movie here soon. And I would think the Thing is going to be all CGI, like Groot and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's not the same to have just a big rock man, you know? Michael Chiklis in you know, in some fucking outfit. Like, it matters, you know? Practical effects matter, folks. That makes this endearing. Is why I love it.
Batista doesn't want to do Guardians anymore. He's tired of sitting in the makeup chair and tired of all that stuff.
Put that hoodie on.
I guess all these actors are, right? Like, they do it because they want to get over, they want to become a star. But once they become a star, it's like, all right, I've had enough of this. put that fucking tank top on me. You're not making up my whole entire torso here.
Could you imagine though? You sit in a chair 4 hours every day. That's
For
just
2 months.
That's insane. Like, that's crazy. Like, there's no better way we could. I think like nowadays they've gotten a little better, but still, sometimes you're still in there for a few hours. That's just, I mean, we just wake up, we look like this. We're not used to sitting in makeup.
But like, I've never had to wake up and be blue.
I love it.
One thing I did find out about this movie that I want to go track down now, having seen this movie.
What?
There's a documentary about the making of this movie.
Yes.
It's called Doom, the Untold Story of Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four. Came out in 2015, and it features Roger Corman and the entire cast and crew of this movie. I'm kind of interested in going to watch that now.
Guess what? It's on Tubi.
Well, guess what, Tubi? I love you because you got some of the most ridiculous shit out there.
The best. I was gonna try to squeeze that in to watch it, but I was like, I've watched enough this week. I'm not gonna squeeze in the doc too. Now give me something to watch this week because I definitely am interested in seeing how what details they go into. Like, you telling me that they were never gonna release that. Like, I wonder if that's something that comes up in the movie and how they react to that.
Well, supposedly the cast and I guess the filmmakers were going on like a media tour to like kind of start promoting it, and then they got a cease and desist. Like, no, you ain't allowed to promote this. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Who told you to do that radio show? That's fucking funny. They think they're gonna be on Regis.
So I haven't watched the documentary, but there's not a ton of information out there about just like all the background stuff outside of, I guess Marvel understood that this movie was simply just being made so Constantine Films could keep their option rights on this for another 10 years and just didn't want to damage the brand because of how low budget they knew it was going to look.
I wonder though, do you think it really would have damaged? I think it just would have been a footnote. I mean, because everyone's seen it anyway, right? Like,
well, but we've seen it now. It's just at the point we all know. No one knew what a superhero movie should look like at that point.
Yeah, and Marvel wasn't doing great at that time anyway. It's not like, So
and
I don't
honestly,
see why not.
They didn't get a lot of money from this company to option the Fantastic. From the reports I read, they paid Marvel $250,000 to option for 10 years. That's not a lot in that industry.
But Marvel's almost gone bankrupt 100 times.
Yeah, but this is still the 80s too, when they optioned it originally, because they had a 10-year window.
I
but
guess
remember, at that point, if you ever watch like any Stan Lee documentaries, he was so obsessed with making like Marvel, these big movie blockbuster franchises. And he's just optioning stuff left and right, trying to get movies made, trying to get shows made. That's why like finally the Hulk gets picked up. He's constantly trying to redo the popularity of like the 66 Batman, because that was such a hit on TV for a long time. And they could never quite figure it out. They never got like a big Spider-Man show. They never got a Fantastic Four thing. Even when they do, we watched a couple weeks ago, The Incredible Hulk Returns, they're trying to use it to kind of backdoor a Thor pilot in there. And that obviously never takes off.
No,
so
sir.
It wasn't until years and years later that Marvel becomes this house of action-packed goodness that he was really trying to get for decades before then.
Decades, bro. Like, for real. Like, that's... goodness gracious. I hear all these stories. There's a big... there's an MCU book coming out this year that's, like, gone over the history of Marvel from the start of getting everything together. That should be an interesting read.
Yeah, there's a book I read a few years ago, and it's just like Marvel Comics, The Untold Story, I believe is the title of it. And it's probably about 10 years old or so at this point, maybe a little older. But as someone who wasn't a comic fan growing up and doesn't really know a lot about history of Marvel Comics or Timely Comics as it started and grew into Marvel Comics, or the people who were really involved behind the scenes to make it become what it is today or became throughout the decades. It's a very long read. It's very detailed, but it's really good at, if that's something you're into, it's really good at giving you the history of everything Marvel Comics.
No, it is. And people don't realize this. There's a lot of shit. It was crazy. A lot of crazy shit going on in the comic world.
Yep.
Every time. Oh, goodness. Let me hear some music here, Joe.
Let's do it. Are you a man? A double main man? Are you a man? A triple main man? A man? A quadruple main man? Are you a man? Are you a man?
All right. Fantastic Four, 1994. Unreleased. Oh, baby. Where does this fall on your main man standings?
I think it's worth a watch. If you've
100%.
never seen it before, it's
so.
worth, and you're a superhero fan, a Marvel fan, a bad movie fan, it can scratch a lot of different itches for you. Is it a good movie? Absolutely not. Under no circumstance is there almost anything good in this movie. I'm really at a loss to find something I did like about this movie from a strictly movie perspective. But for all the bullshit that goes on behind the scenes, it becomes a very interesting point in time that they thought this was so terrible that it needed to be burned at the stake, never to be seen again, like it was a witch in Salem. It's still bad. I'm actually glad I saw it. I'm not leaving here as disappointed as I've been with some of the other movies we've watched on this Wheel of Superheroes.
Finally.
But it's still a single main man, 1 star.
Yeah, it's like 1.5. I don't know. I think the silliness of it sometimes, it's just like you're watching, like, all right. I think it's entertaining enough because it's not very serious. You get the sad Ben Grimm running around the streets like Raphael, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Same shit in the trench coat going around the city. You know, there's some fun stuff, but it's not good. But like you said,
I also think the Victor Von Doom, like there's this scene where he's horribly electrocuted because they're searching for the comet or whatever. It's just really poorly done. And they're like, oh, he's dead. Okay, great. He's like, no, but we're going to keep him alive. And it's like, he's Dr. Doom, but the way they finally do the reveal where like Reed finds out he's Dr. Doom is like the most unsuspenseful way they could have possibly done it.
Oh, too funny. Yeah. Not so good. We're winding down the Wheel of Superheroes here. Have we had a good one here? Like everything's just been right?
I mean, at least we were entertained by the Hulk being horny.
God bless the horny Hulk.
And Punisher Warzone wasn't terrible.
Okay, good. All right.
Superman was.
Oh my God, poor Christopher Reeve. Oh, this poor guy. Poor guy. So this week, the big movie that's being released is Mission Impossible, Part 8, Part 1, whatever it is. We don't really talk about those movies on here. I watch them, I like them, but I treat them like any other action movie in the summer. I watch it and I don't think about it again. Joe, you're not
I've only ever seen the first one.
Yeah, we ain't gonna make them watch all fucking 6 of them to catch up. So we're gonna pass on this Tom Cruise vehicle. I'll probably see it. No, maybe not. It's a busy week. But if I get to it, I get to it. But so that means sorry, Joe. Maybe you do want to go see 6 Mission Impossible movies.
Why don't they do like a marathon in the movie theater?
I have not seen that. They didn't do that this time. I'm surprised. No,
I don't think I've ever seen it for Mission Impossible.
That's interesting. They'll probably do it next year because this is a part 1. So probably next year you'll get the double feature. Not next year.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yes.
But we're going to have to spin a wheel.
We're going to spin a wheel now. Let's bring up this wheel here. And let's spin it. Good choices left still here. All right, all right. Today's movie here is Super. This is from 2010. This is from James Gunn. This is why this is on the list. It stars Dwight from The Office. What's this fucking guy's name? Do you remember?
Wilson.
Rainn Wilson. Very good. He's a guy. He's angry at life or some bullshit. Decides to become a superhero.
As one is wont to do.
Yes, it's got Elliot Page, obviously, before the transition here as a sidekick character, and I haven't seen it in very long. I remember it being good. It's good. It's dark, It's a kind of a dark comedy. You know how James Gunn does, right? So I figured this should be on the list here because it's James Gunn. He's our Lord and comic savior here, right? Like he's gonna save us from DC.
He single-handedly rescued superheroes.
That's it.
And then made us get sick of them.
He's trying to bring it back again, baby. Come on. Saving DC. So yeah, this is on Tubi. Should be a fun watch. I think it's like a 90-minute movie, in and out, bing, bam, boom, the way we like it, right?
So we watch Super, we'll watch Doom, the untold story of Roger Corman's Fantastic Four, and you never have to leave the app to do it.
Yes, that's right. That's beautiful. A nice Tubi weekend. Maybe I'll see what else is on that Tubi there.
I was going to say, if you really want to spend more time on Tubi, you could do what I do and fall asleep every night watching G.I. Joe episodes. The animated series is up there, the Sunbow series. Great, great, great stuff. I could watch Arise, Serpentor, Arise over and over and over. I actually think I'll be the first one to admit, as much as I love my 80s cartoons, I understand that they don't all hold up. G.I. Joe, I think, is still pretty good.
Okay.
Still pretty good.
Very interesting. All right.
And if you are an animated fan, there is a bunch, an absolute fuck ton of oddball 80s, 90s animation series up there. If you just want to cycle through, there is so much to choose from up there.
You know who owns Tubi? I found out finally why it's
Elon Musk.
Fox. It's a Fox thing. Fox
is it?
Yeah. That's how they, because I'm like, I don't know how this works. I don't understand, but I guess it's a way for Fox to throw some.
I always pictured it was like the guy Al from Al's Toy Barn in Toy Story 2. Like just some guy like kind of fat and bald like me, just kind of sitting around just being like, I'm going to curate a bunch of weird shit and let people watch it.
You mean like I do?
You are Al.
I am. I love it. All right, Joe. We got plans for next week. Let's wrap this up so we can get there.
Let's do it.
Now time for the big finish.
All right, folks. It's big finish time. Let's spin this wheel. Okay, all right here. Today's big finish, Joe. Christina Aguilera songs. Oh, baby.
I miss Christina.
I was just going to say, I haven't really thought of her in a while, but man, she's good. I got to see this here. I love me some Christina Aguilera. Let's get this going. Here we go.
Number one for me is Dirty. I love Dirty.
Love Dirty. I saw her live. It was the Justin Timberlake and Christina Justified and Strip tour. Woo! Good shit. Dirty is what a banger. Oh,
and we kind of get caught up because we remember her as like the teen pop, whatever, her and Britney together. But like this girl can fucking sing.
Oh, she was great. That voice is crazy. Let's see. I don't even know where I would go.
Number two for me, this song is like, it's like one of those inspirational songs, get you hyped up. Like if you're in the car, like, oh fuck, like yeah, we're gonna run through this goddamn brick wall right now. Christina Aguilera, Fighter.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, love Fighter.
Oh my gosh, you got so many songs. Oh my goodness, look at all these songs here. Fight is good. Yeah, it is good. I do like that. Beautiful. That's that big. It's a hit for a reason. That's a great song. Genie in a Bottle. You want to go for the classic? Genie in a Bottle is a great song,
have to be
bro.
on the list. Genie in a Bottle be number 3 for me, but it's a fucking hit for a reason.
Come On Over's good. Ain't No Other Man.
I like. You know which one I like is kind of different than all her other stuff, but Candyman.
Oh, all right. We're gonna go Dirty. We're gonna go Ain't No Other Man, and we're gonna go. We'll go Genie in the Bottle. We gotta go Genie.
All right, so not a lot of difference between us this week. Just swapped out those 2 middle songs.
Yeah, we did.
Sometimes these things happen. Remember to leave your top 3 Christina Aguilera songs in the comments if you're watching on YouTube.
Yes, let us know. Maybe we forgot something. It's possible. There's a lot of songs to go through. So little time.
Thank you guys for listening to the JoeMeZ podcast. Remember to hit subscribe wherever it is that you're watching and or listening to this. Leave a 5-star review. Follow on all the social media at JoeMeZ, except Threads, because we're working on it. A bunch of buttons that I haven't quite figured out, but it sounds promising because what do we know about Threads? We're all having so much fun. Follow all my personal stuff at the Joe Shoes, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Threads. Buy one of these t-shirts and help support by going to prowrestlingtees.com/Joe Shoes. Thank you guys who did take advantage of the 4th of July sale. Got 20% off. I set a record for most t-shirt sales in a week. It was great.
Whoa, congrats,
so I appreciate everybody who bought one of those. Also, youtube.com/Joe Shoes. And where can you see me next? I guess next place I will be is at PowerCon in Columbus, Ohio, the beginning of August, I believe August 11th. So I will be over there.
Interesting. Very good. You could find me, the JoeMeZ154, Instagram and Twitter. Check out that Twitch feed, twitch.tv/MezMovie. We had some fun showing Fantastic Four. Some other fun goodies in there in between. Some good stuff, as always.
So next week, we will be watching Super showing over on Tubi and then whatever other stuff we happen to get into. But with all that being said, let's make like Tom and Cruise.
Peace.